Welcome, listeners, to Books, Buddies, and Blanks, the book club podcast where two women without English degrees read classics. I'm your host, Theresa.
And I'm your host, Maggie, and on today's episode of Books, Buddies, and Back in the Boats Again, join us as we continue our island hopping adventures in ancient Greece as we follow Aeneas to Carthage. So, we're gonna do a little something different with our format because we keep saying we'll record, and I think the last time recorded was last month, even though technically our reading schedule should be every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Listen,
life
we may not
happens.
we may not be consistent posters, but also no one really listens to us.
No one listens
so
to
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Unless...
No, but seriously, like
Yeah.
even though we have a hard time making time for this, we still read it.
We do.
That's the point of the show.
Yeah.
We still read it.
We still read it, and we will inevitably get together and talk about it.
We will. It's just gonna take us a while because we're both really busy.
And you know what? If the Iliad and the Odyssey have taught us anything, it's that the journey's what matters. And this is our journey.
Yeah.
It's all the things in between.
Yeah. Except we don't go murdering and pillaging.
We don't.
I think that's a point in our favor.
I do think that makes us a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. But we are going to try to limit our shows to 45 minutes because in our effort to make this more manageable for us to do, because we're still going to do it, we're like, well, maybe if we have a time limit, we'll actually be more prepared and stop talking about going off on however many tangents we actually go off on. Will we still go off on tangents? Probably.
Oh.
Will we still talk about random shit? Probably.
You know what?
But it's gonna be within 45 minutes now.
I will say, God forbid we ever read 1001 Arabian Nights on this channel, because we will get so lost.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That book is a nightmare for someone who's ADHD.
Okay, I started the timer.
Awesome. Okay.
Also, if you hear sirens, I can't control that because of where I live.
Yeah, that's fine. That's your tax dollars at work. All right. All right, so my translation, so I'm still on good old Robert Fagles, and he has another introduction from Bernard Knox. So I will talk about my introduction, but yeah.
Mine doesn't have an introduction. I think that's just the copy I have, though. This is the copy my brother got me, and also the copy that started it all, because it made us want to read it. The Iliad first, to know what we're talking about.
Oh my god.
This is the Vintage Classics edition, but it is still translated by Robert Fitzgerald, because I really like his translations.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a couple of things I want to touch on from the introduction, because as Bernard Knox has been with his other introductions in this trilogy, he gives a really comprehensive overview of some of the context around the text, how it ties to earlier texts, and I like that he can reference things from his, from the Iliad and the Odyssey, because he's already done an introduction on them as well. And so it ties together very seamlessly, which I enjoy. I also enjoy that because it's been the same translator and the same introduction author, he keeps all of his line details from the other translations. So when he references stuff from the Odyssey, he will give the exact lines it comes from the other translation.
Oh, that's really nice.
And since I have them all, I can reference them. It's so cool. I do like that. And he does have a map. They include a map of Aeneas's whole journey. I can, because it actually has dotted arrows showing the entire
we're actually using the map this time.
Yes.
It's not just mythical islands that don't really exist.
It's all practical and relatable, and I'm sitting here thank you for giving me a map that makes sense.
Also, thank you, Virgil, for actually having real life plot points, like landmarks,
Yes, that is also very cool.
Because I think that
I
was one of the biggest letdowns of the Odyssey for me is that we had a map that we didn't use.
yeah,
We used it once because
yeah.
Telemachus went to go visit his dad's buddy,
Yup.
that one dude,
That one dude. Um
Menelaus, and then
yeah.
went back.
Well,
Like
he
that was it.
visited the other guy first.
He does, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. It was one
Mhm.
land mass that he
Yeah, he
visited.
was just going across the prairie like
Oh my gosh, a map!
isn't it so delightful? I love
Oh, I
it.
love it.
Who
There
loves
isn't
a
a
good
compass on it
map?
though. It's kind of
I'm
like
okay, look,
it
I'm
looks
pretty
like
sure
an
you
upside
know.
down version of it.
I get
Like
it.
how you norm. Oh wait, I'm just looking at the ocean.
Yeah, stop looking at the ocean, you weirdo.
I'm like, wait, why does this look upside down? I'm like, oh, it's because I'm looking at the ocean.
Oh. Oh boy. All right.
Oh gosh. Okay, I swear I do actually know how to read a map because
I've seen maps before.
I had to pass orienteering, and while I barely passed orienteering for a program that I did, I passed nonetheless. So, some map reading ability was required for that.
Fair, fair.
Okay, is the entire city of New York just named after random places in the Aegean Sea?
I feel
Like,
like it. Yeah.
or in like Ithaca, New York, Athens, New York,
Hey, there's an Athens,
Syracuse, New York.
Ohio. All right.
Oh, there is an Athens, Ohio too.
Yeah. There's also,
See,
I think, a Ithaca in Australia.
we're so original.
We're so original. Okay. So, a couple things. So, one is I from the introduction, all right. So, I like that Bernard Knox kind of gives like a very brief like this is Virgil's life. Like this is kind of what happened. Um very briefly. And kind of sets like where he's coming from in writing the Aeneid. So like he has, he's Italian and he grew up in Italy and then like became part of Rome through conquering. Um, and so there is a sort of like differentiation between being Roman and being Italian. Um, but also in
Oh,
like,
there's actually I learned this distinction too
mm-hmm,
because the Latin provincia,
mm-hmm,
meaning province, is referring to the provinces that Rome conquered. Like
yep,
it doesn't actually refer
mm-hmm,
to the fatherland, the patria, if you will.
yeah.
It's a very important distinction.
Yeah, yeah, which I didn't really ever think about until I was reading this introduction. I was like, oh, right, I guess that makes sense. Um, and so, like, from the perspective of an Italian writing about, the history of Rome as the Great Republic, um, and being what it was for him and talking about it. So I thought that was really cool, like, getting that context of his life, um, in relation to Rome's history. And then it kind of goes over his two other works that he did before the Aeneid. Um, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly. The Eclogues?
The
Ec-
eclogues?
Eclogues, there we go.
Eclogues?
Yeah. So he wrote,
Eclogues?
yeah.
Does that sound right? I don't know
You
if
know
that's
what? I
right.
have a glossary. Let's use it.
I
That's
know
what it's here
Georgix.
for.
Georgix
Georgix.
sounds right.
That makes God the A's in this glossary just keep going. So many A names. A lot of C's too. A lot of A's and a lot of C's. All right. BC. Okay, no, it's not in here. So we're just gonna go with our best guess.
Eclogue sounds right.
Eclogues. We'll go with that.
Or
Um,
eclogue. Eclogues?
Eclogues.
Maybe we're just really
It
wrong. Let's continue.
translate loosely to selections, all right?
We're wasting time.
We are. And so they talk about like what that is, and essentially it's just like a bunch of poems from a different poet. Like not. It was like he was bringing the poet's work and like making it his own in a way. Is what I got from it. Um, so and it's a lot about like pastoral life and romance and stuff, which is kind of
Mm.
cool. But then the Georgics, he wrote those, and there's four um, on different topics. There's one on field crops, one is on trees. He did a whole one on trees. The third is about livestock and breeding and caring for animals. And then the fourth book is all about bees, which I was like, right on. I love bees.
That's actually really
That's
cool.
really
I
baller.
want to read this. I actually want to read that now.
Right? I have in my margins need to find the bee book. So I want to read it. Which was like really cool up until I found out through this guy breaking down each of the books is that at the time they did not understand bees. And so they believed that all beehives were run by kings. And so I was like,
Well,
whoa,
yeah, the
lame.
patriarch.
I know. But I was just like, wow, that's a letdown. And so there's like a lot of references in like Roman work that is like talking about bees and their bee king. It's just really funny to me that that's out there.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, you know what I'm thinking of now?
yeah.
The Bee movie.
No, we don't have to think about it. We can leave that. Um, but what's really cool is that in that fourth book about bees, it talks about two stories that I know. One, it talks about Orpheus and Eurydice, which
Mm.
that one's cool. It's a good story. It's sad, but it's cool. Um, but then he also talks about this guy, Aristus, who had this encounter with the old man in the sea, or the man of the sea, which we know this guy from Menelaus' story about the guy with the seals.
Mm.
Right, right. So I was like, oh, I know this guy. And it like mirrors his story actually really well. But it's just a really neat that it kind of goes into both of those. That I was like, I know those. Very cool. Um, so that was neat. And then he talks about we talks about the Aeneid. I didn't know this. Maybe you did. Apparently, it was never finished before he died. Like
I
he
knew this.
wrote it all. Yeah. So he wrote it all, but he
But they were
didn't.
actually, for whatever reason, I think this is something that was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. My understanding is no one tried to finish it for Virgil. It was
No.
published as is.
Yeah, so he like wrote the whole thing, but he did not finish editing it and tweaking it to his likings. And so I don't know if your copy has it, but my translation there is a chunk of text in book two that is bracketed because it is a contentious bit where some people think he wanted to leave it out, others think he wanted to keep it. Um,
I do not have that in
Okay.
my
I
book.
will read. It's very short. I'll read it to you when we get to
Wait, what
it.
line is it?
It is
Because I'm wondering if I have it in my book at all now.
two. Okay. Snakes, no. Oh, here it is. Okay. I have it on line 703 in book two.
703. Is it near the old man threw his spear?
No.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wait, read the line.
So this is right after Priam dies. Sorry to spoil that for anyone, but this is right after that. Um,
Oh, I think it's online. Then if it's right after his death, then I think it's line 730 for me.
oh, okay. Because there's like he dies, and then there's like a chunk of text where he's Aeneas is like, oh shit, I'm
For the
alone.
first time that night, inhuman shuddering took me head to foot.
Okay, yeah. So after that block, that's where the text is for me. That is like bracketed.
Oh, okay. I don't have that in my text. I think I just have
Okay.
whatever was written. And my postscript did explain that it was like never truly finished,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
it also doesn't like try to, it doesn't really edit the text at all.
Yeah, they just decided to leave this one in because they're like, you make up how you feel about it. Which
Well,
personally,
yeah, but they clearly they still left it in my text. It's
yeah.
just it's not noted that it was bracketed at all. It's just the
Uh,
text.
okay, well, we'll talk about it when we get to it. Um, but yeah, so I think that was neat that it's not exactly how Virgil would have wanted it. In fact, they do note that there were apparently some orders to his literary executors that were like, destroy my unfinished manuscript, and Augustus was like, no, no, we're publishing that bad boy. I don't care what he wanted. He's dead. We're publishing it.
Yeah.
Which I was like, sucks, Virgil. I'm sorry, but come on. Come on. You want us to get rid of it? Lame. Um,
You know how many people your words have inspired?
bro. It's so good. I haven't even finished reading it, and it's so famous. Um,
I actually really like this writing style. Maybe it is my translation. I do like the Fitzgerald translations, but I
mhm.
really like it feels different. It's like so very clearly different from obviously from Homer, but
Yeah.
I like it feels almost more poetic in a way.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
know that doesn't make sense since technically they're both epic poems.
Yeah. No, it does. It has a very distinct feel. It is different from Homer, while
Mm-hmm.
still building off of Homer, because
Mm-hmm.
so much influence. I mean, I have it as a later point, but like already within the first two books, there are a million parallels between Aeneas's journey and Odysseus's journey.
Except Odysseus. Oh wait, I think that might be in the next book that we don't refer to. Sorry, I read ahead. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I said you
I'm so
could.
sorry. It's not really spoiling anything because from the onset of the book, we're we're on the Trojan side. Because I feel like in the Odyssey, it in the Iliad, you're not really on which side. There isn't really a side to like that's like necessarily the better side,
Yeah, it's
if
just
you will.
there. It is a war, and you see
It's
both
just war.
sides of
So the
that
Iliad is
war.
just a war. It's not necessarily who's the better side. In the Odyssey, you really get that colored view of the Greeks were better
Yes,
because
and like,
they won the war and like Odysseus,
yeah, yeah.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Hmm.
In the Aeneid, the Greeks are the bad guys,
Yeah,
and the Trojans are the good guys who are trying to survive.
yeah, which is, I think this is very neat seeing it from the other angle. Like, especially when they're just sitting here, like,
Oh my
shitting on
gosh,
Odysseus. I'm like, whoa! I mean, keep going, but whoa!
well, remember there was that whole line of YA lit fic that was just like, this is from the villain's side.
Yeah. God, it is really funny for them to just be like, they're so evil. And I'm like, yeah, you guys weren't, like, that great either.
Well, they had Hector.
They had Hector.
But like Priam was actually a pretty decent dude. He just had the misfortune of having Paris for a son.
Ah, man, everyone lost because of Paris. That dude ruined
I think
everything.
you even mentioned that in the book somewhere. It's like Paris sucked.
There is, I will say, I do have a note on a line later from Aphrodite that I'm like, I will fight you on that. I will throw hands with the goddess. I'll do it. Um,
Was it in reference to Helen?
yeah.
Because they also like that is one thing I don't like is like
they
even more so than the Greeks
they
victim blame
they
Helen for doing
villainize
nothing.
her. They like absolutely read her to feel. It's so bad. I'm like, guys, why is she catching all of these strays? All right.
Like
Um.
even in the Odyssey when Helen's there, like they do obviously they think it is they still think it's kind of her fault for not for existing and being the object of desire. That's
Mhm.
totally her fault. But like even within that like victim blaming mentality, like they still cut her some slack.
Yeah, but it's almost like they're like, oh, poor stupid idiot woman doesn't know how evil they are, you know? Like they
It's
still
just
insult her in that.
they do, but like not to the extent of like she was a she what where is that? Where is the line? I need to start tabbing this. Why didn't I tab this?
I don't know.
I should have tabbed it. Is it in book 2 or book 1? I
I
forget.
think it's
Book
book
1.
two. If we're talking about uh Aeneas's like crash out about Helen, that's in book two.
Okay. It's in book 2. Okay, we'll find it.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll find
we'll
it
talk to
later.
it. I do
Okay.
have a Latin thing for you though that I learned that
Which is
I'm going to butcher this because I don't actually understand Latin. But apparently there
you and
is
me both.
apparently there is a what it's an abstract noun pietas um and it's used as something of an adjective on several people, but consistently on Aeneas,
I
which
haven't
like
learned this word yet.
okay, it means pious, but it also kind of more directly translates to something like dutiful or mindful of one's duty. And they talk about how this is used a lot with Aeneas because that's kind of his thing. He has like he's just duty bound in a lot of ways, and kind of does what he is responsible for, you know. And so he has a duty to, to Troy, to his people, to his destiny or whatever. Um, and so they use that for him in the original Latin translation a lot. Um, and the only place they don't use it in the text is during his time with Dido and Carthage, because it's the one time where he does abandon his duty for a time because he's no longer on his path to found Rome, and he's like
Mm.
staying and not doing what he's supposed to be doing in terms of duty, which I thought was very neat because you lose that in the translation because apparently it's just something they do in Latin where they'll just attach it to names. Um, and then you lose it in a translation
So
to English.
that is something interesting. They do attach adjectives to names. But also like names will change depending on the case
Yeah.
that the name is being used in. So
Mhm.
like sometimes it can also get a little lost in translation. I actually there's a lot of rules that don't have exceptions to them, like in some languages we learned,
Yeah, those ones.
which is nice. I haven't
Yeah.
gotten that far though. So, but the way you wrote it in the notes, it looks like PFS.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, so I thought it was really neat. I was like, oh, okay, because like that's something you would lose in translation. So I was like, I'm glad I got that little bit of context because every once in a while they refer to him as, you know, duty bound Aeneas or like, you
Well,
know,
I think that's
stuff
really
like that.
interesting because in the Iliad, my favorite character, Hector,
Mm-hmm.
was also very duty bound, and
He
I feel
was.
like that's kind of a characteristic that is if I'm like interpreting this correctly from this information, it's like that characteristic certainly carries through
Mm-hmm.
for for the surviving Trojans.
Yes, yes. Which I think is very interesting. And I didn't note it, but I was thinking about it the whole time I was reading. And I think there is a lot of parallels between this and Manifest Destiny during the voyage to the West in U.S. history.
Mm,
I think there's because
probably.
I took a a course on I think it was some sort of part of art history. But it was all about art history during the time of like the birth of America. So from colonization up through, you know, the 20th century, we were looking at art history about U.S. history.
Hmm.
But there was a good chunk of art about the voyage to the West that actually mimicked a lot of ancient Roman like themes and topics and like their art style, which I never really put that together because I had
Yeah.
read, you know, the Aeneid and that and you know this era of history. And so I was like,
Hmm.
oh, and now like reading it, I'm like, oh my god, that makes a lot more sense now that the voyage to the West really was a parallel to this because they talk about
Yeah.
it, you know, Italy, that magical land to the west. And I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
god. And they talk about how like this is their destiny, that this is their God given right to take this land. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is just like Manifest Destiny.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. All right.
There's a paper
Um,
in that, my friend.
oh, there absolutely is a million papers on that somewhere. Someone out there with an art history degree right now is like, duh.
Duh, let me send you the paper.
You never. This was obvious. This is first grade. Um, and then one last little note, or two last little notes here about the introduction. One, I like that it helped put into context this and Romulus and Remus. So Aeneid or yeah, Aeneas and his son like take the lands that would later become Rome. So like they are the ones that really, you know, put down a flag. They started it all, the civilization, and then 300 years later is when Romulus and Remus are born, and then Romulus builds the city of Rome. And so I was
Got
like,
it.
thank you for that context, because I didn't know how to like justify them together. I was like, I know they both exist, but I don't know how they exist together within the context of the Aeneid as a point of history, which is another thing that I think is really neat because the Iliad and the Odyssey are almost entirely fictional. Like this was like something that they were sure, like pretty sure happened, but like as a piece of text, both of them don't have any true ties to history that we understand and can verify
Hmm.
it away. Whereas Virgil wrote this during the Roman Republic. And so
Hmm.
this is a lot of it true historic facts of things that did happen with this sort of wrapping of mythology as like, you know, a layer of theme, which I think is really neat because it makes references to the Iliad and the Odyssey, but with this added context of Virgil actually having the history of Rome as they understood it. And I think it's such a neat thing that, yes, this is a piece of fiction as a whole, but, like, there is so much real happening. But it is also funny to be like, I'm going to make a prophecy about something that I know is going to happen because I'm writing about the past. It's sort of like, and then everything was perfect. The end. I don't know. It's just a little funny to be like, oh my god, these guys were so cool.
That is funny.
All right.
Okay, let's get into book one.
Book
Can
one.
I just say, first off, first of all, I did like the Trojans a little bit. Not Paris, obviously.
Not Paris.
But Hector was my favorite. And I think it's interesting because you kind of touch on it in book two is the Fall of Troy. So you touch on it in book two. So in the Iliad, it was my understanding that Aeneas was swept away by the gods during battle.
Yes.
But in here, Aeneas is in Troy and, like, is woken up to, like, save his people, save the survivors of Troy.
Yeah.
Also,
there's a bit more autonomy in it.
Yeah, there was more autonomy in it. He's not too beautiful to fight.
No, he could throw hands.
He is the son of Venus and marries his cousin, who is the daughter of Priam.
Yeah, as one does.
Also, he has his son with him. Yeah. And he actually, like, has a relationship and talks to his son.
And, like, cares about him.
We didn't get this with Achilles and his son, like, at all. And also, I have problems with Achilles and his son.
I have issues with Achilles' son.
He's also kind of a dick.
He can eat rocks. He put so much dirt on his dad's name. Like, Achilles was already like, but then I was like, whoa.
He's already kind of a problematic person.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, smart. You're way worse.
So much worse.
Like, way worse. Like, you make me feel bad for Achilles. Cause he's your dad. Yeah. Yikes.
Also, I love the fact that we don't have an entire page of introduction for each character. And when Odysseus is mentioned, by the way, and later on, when Odysseus is mentioned, we don't have an entire paragraph introducing Odysseus every single gosh darn time. Yeah, well, to be fair, the Greeks had the hots for Odysseus, whereas the Trojans, like, hate him. So, like, yeah, and that fucker over there. Okay, so book one, we arrive in Carthage.
Yep, in
Carthage. And they're trying to figure out how to approach the queen of Carthage, Dido.
I think it's Dido. I will look to my glossary.
I've
always heard Dido.
It's kind of pronounced as an E.
Okay, I've always heard Dido.
Dido?
Apparently, according to my glossary, it's Dido.
Dido? That doesn't sound right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what my glossary says.
Well, so they're here, they're wandering, and they need a place to stay.
Yeah, and I will say, one thing that's neat is we get, like, what happened right before that, which is Hera, or Juno in Roman myth, is, like, losing her mind, doesn't want Aeneas to live, and so she's like, hey, Aeolus, how about you use your winds and you wreck his whole thing? And so that does happen. There's a bunch of storms, and they lose all but 7 of their ships. They started with 20, and now they're at 7. And then Poseidon...
Which is it's a better track record than Odysseus.
Way better than Odysseus so far, already doing better. But then Neptune finds out, and Neptune doesn't have a vendetta against Aeneid. So he's like, how dare you, Aeolus, take my thing? My thing is the water, the oceans, the storms. Go back to your cave, you little gremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does. And then the seas are cool, and then Neptune kind of helps put some of his ships back and get some of the people back, and so he's got 7 ships now. And then they like creep up on Carthage, and they just kind of are in a cave, and they're like, okay. And then they see Dido, apparently, and go talk to her. Except they don't. Except they don't, because Aphrodite...
So, okay, this is what's weird. So, Venus, I have a feeling that we're gonna start a new disguise list for Venus.
I was thinking the same thing, because she's really pulling an Athena here, which is funny because she talked a lot of shit about Athena in the Iliad.
Oh, you know.
And so now she's playing the, like, it's really funny to watch Aeneas and Aphrodite mirror Odysseus and Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so creepy.
And yet somehow Apollo's the same.
Right? Like, it's so weird. But I'm also like, okay. Okay, Virgil. I see you. You read the Odyssey. And he was a fan. He was a fan. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Including also the fact that they went through the rocks by Scylla, and they also fought Polyphemus, the Cyclops. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just mirroring...
There's also a lot more kind of different symbolism, because you have the stags that appear before them.
Yes.
Also more ocean landmarks, like the altars.
Yeah, they do a lot of those.
Reef under the sea. And also, one thing about the Aeneid also is that we have a lot more reference to ancient myth.
Yes.
Because to a certain extent in Homer, it was pretty much explained for you. I think because it was different in each town. So, like, maybe that was why. And it was a Bardic Tale, so that was why. Like, people kind of needed a baseline.
Yeah.
And in this, people already knew the myths.
Yes.
So there's a lot of references that, fortunately, I have a glossary for. But that I just don't know and need to look up.
Yeah.
Because it'll be, like, randomly in a paragraph, it's, like, referencing a bunch of landmarks, a bunch of famous warriors that they would have known, and I just don't know.
Which I think is interesting juxtaposed Homer, because Homer's very long-winded, which gets very like, okay, all right, let's move on. Yapper McYapperson over here. But then Virgil is almost too curt sometimes. Like, he's like, and to the point. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
Which, like,
could you explain
honestly,
a little bit of the point?
It is a style that I tend to like.
Which I have been enjoying this, because there are a couple points where they'll be like, oh, let me explain this. I'm like, oh no, here goes 5 pages. But then they will, just in like a paragraph, explain it. I'm like, oh, so you can tell a story. You don't get lost in your own stuff. Which was very nice.
There's also, like, a lot of imagery that's the same, like, Jove's eagle, Zeus's eagle.
Yes, the Eagle Man.
Eagle Man.
I also love that
they on this island. They're like, well, we need to figure out what to do. And they don't know how they're going to appear before the queen, because Dido's here. And Dido has an interesting story in that she's a queen by herself.
Oh, she is a queen.
She is a queen.
A queen.
Okay, so it's been a few weeks since I've read chapter 1, but I remember she had a cool story.
Yes, it's when it's
It's with Pygmalion.
Yes, it's the story told by Venus dressed as a huntress.
Hmm.
I have it online like 4:15.
I see it. I'm just like skimming it
Okay.
again.
Yeah, essentially, like her dad marries her off to this guy, but they like fall in love. It's super cute. But then her
Mhm.
brother is like super greedy, and so he kills her
Like, her brother
husband.
is Pygmalion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Um,
she has to flee because her dead husband comes to her in a dream and is like, "You gotta get the fuck out of here."
which go dead husband.
Dead ghost spouses are kind of killing it so far. Pun intended. They're really good about being like, get the fuck out, or just dead ghost people, because Hector is
Actually, so
brother-in-law,
it's not
but
just like those people, it's also dream people. We get a lot of dream sequences too.
a lot of
And normally I'm not a huge fan of dream sequences, but this is how you do dream sequences right. Dream sequences actually tell you something.
they do. They like get to the point. Like I love that. We'll get to it. But Hector's just like, get out, go,
Give me
run.
5 minutes left.
He's like, we're on a timer.
Teresa, speaking of timers, we have like 5 minutes left.
We got this. We can go a little over. It's okay. All right. So yeah, and so she just lands in Carthage and goes, "Fine, I will make my own kingdom."
And
That's
she
it.
does.
And she does, and she's in the process now of building it with her people.
Hmm.
And also apparently somehow Venus and Neptune magically saved all of his people. So
Hmm.
they're actually there. So his other
They are.
ships
They are actually there.
survived.
And his son
Um,
is there. And they like have to make a plan.
they have to make a plan.
So I think if my recollection serves me correctly, two people are voted to go approach the queen. And Aeneas kind of like sits on in the sidelines in disguise until he dramatically reveals himself when the queen is like kind of skeptical about it.
I had it that Aeneas and another guy, another A named guy. There's a lot of A named guys.
It was a
Aeneas,
dramatic reveal, right?
others. Um, and so those two go up together, but that's when they come across Venus, and then Venus is like, go talk to her. But then she like clouds them in mist, like Athena does for Odysseus, so that he's
Oh, yeah,
invisible.
okay. So,
But then
but
they see,
I thought another
yeah.
two people approached her for
Well,
some
what
reason.
happened is as they're like watching from a distance, they see the guys that they all thought died approaching Dido to or
Oh,
Dado to be
okay,
like,
so I was
"Hey, don't
right.
kill us. We just want to get out of here. We just got our shit rocked by the wind god." Um,
So I was right, but
yes.
it was the people that are part of his crew, but unrelated to
Yes.
him because he thought they died.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh my God, we miss Aeneas." And then she's like, "Man, he sounds super
No.
cool. I wish I could meet him." And that's when he just busts out. He's like, "Well, you can. I'm right here."
Here, babe.
It was really
Okay.
suave.
Also, there's like a whole plot with Venus to like seduce the queen.
Yeah, which I'm confused. Is she
There's a
trying?
plan. There is a plan in place to
Yeah,
get to seduce this queen
which
into liking them so
I
that she
don't
helps
get
them.
it. Which I do get that, but at the same time, she also like knows that this isn't a peoples who are loyal to Hera, Juno. And so
Hmm.
it just baffles me that her plan is let's get them to hang out here for a while when her whole vibe has been let's get to Rome. It is a little fascinating that she kind of
Listen,
plays herself a little bit.
so yes, what I think is really funny is I have what I do have in my notes is
Yeah.
that is around line 715
Uh huh.
when they're begging for clemency essentially
Yeah.
is let a god-fearing people live and look more closely at our troubles. Not to ravage Libyan hearse or turn with plunder seaward have we come, that force and that audacity are not for beaten men. Basically, we're not here to pillage. told you.
Yeah.
We're like, we come to ask for your help
Yeah.
politely. And
Mm-hmm.
I put Odysseus on the other hand.
He would plunder. He would plunder. Silly. I have a funny line in here that's kind of sad but funny to me, which is when um, Aeneas, revealing himself, then reunites with his crewmen who thought were dead. And he says, um, son of Venus, or this is the other guy, but son of Venus, what feels are, how are you feeling about this now? You see the coast is clear, our ship and friends restored. We just lost one. We saw him drown at sea ourselves. We're just kind of like, bummer. Bummer, we saved everyone but that one guy.
Well,
And they don't
it
even
kind
name
of reminds
him.
me of like that one guy that died on Cersei's
Right,
island.
right, right. It's just funny that they don't even name him either. Like, this that one guy died. Like,
Oh
okay.
goodness.
They name everyone
Well,
else.
anyways, we Aeneas pulls an Odysseus, and now it's story time.
Oh, absolutely.
After some gift presentations, now
Of
it's story time.
course. Which, some of Helen's stuff, I will say, was kind of rude. That's Helen's stuff. But
Well,
yeah,
Helen's not there. She went
Helen's
back to her.
not there.
Maybe she didn't want them, Theresa. Maybe she left them on purpose.
Well, they were made by her mom. So I kind of feel like maybe she would want them.
They weren't made by her mom.
Yeah, that's what they said in mine. The Marva's handwork of Helen's mother, Lita. Yeah. At least in
Oh
my
yeah.
transition. They're from her mom.
I think the lesson here today is that I need to either tab my notes or write them down.
That is a good idea.
Also, it kind of made it seem like the abduction was voluntary.
Oh my god,
for Helen.
yes. Yes. It really they really put a lot of blame on Helen in this. That like she's the reason everything went to shit. Which kind of sucks.
My
And
next note after that is like, really? That's the plan? And it's
yeah.
when it's like desire it's basically glowing up Aeneas so that desire should take the Queen of Dido.
Yeah, which like she gives him the same bippity boppity boo that Athena does. Which is like, and
he
you're
looks like his
hotter now.
What's weird in my version is like he kind of looks like his son now. So like I'm like, oh god, that's just that.
Yeah, which like his son, because it's been 7 years since the fall of Troy.
Yeah.
So like, and he was young
adult,
during the fall
but,
of Troy. So let's say he
yeah.
was like 10, right? He's still a kid. That would make him like 17 right now.
Which is an adult in this
Which
world.
is an adult, but it is kind of hard to take him seriously.
He kind of gives off Telemachus vibes.
He does. And that's why I'm
Like,
kind of like,
Telemachus actually seems like a decent dude in the Odyssey.
yeah. Also, what's really giving me the kind of creepies is that Cupid is disguised as Aeneas' son. And
That's where I
and
was.
like
That's where I was.
right, and like hitting on the queen, which is creepy.
It just says desire with a capital D. It does not actually name Cupid in my version.
Oh, it names Cupid, but also calls him Love with a capital
Nope.
L. Yeah. But like it's creepy because I know that Aeneas and Dido have a thing. And I don't like the fact that she's kind of eyeing up his son right now. It's really
Anyways,
it's really
fuck too.
creepy.
We're way over 45
We
minutes now.
are. We're doing better, though. We are moving along.
Are we?
We are. It's only been 50 minutes, according to the recording. We're fine.
I love the end of book one, I love this little excerpt from the introduction to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Is he's saying the straying moon and toiling sun, the origin of mankind and the beasts, of rain and fire, the rainy Hyades, Arcturus the great bear and little bear, the reason winter suns are in such haste, to dip in ocean, or what holds the night's endless in winter.
It is very poetic.
It's so poetic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how those bards be.
Now the night comes along and they're like, story time. And now we arrive at the book that I remember the most about.
Okay.
Clearly, book one didn't really stick in my mind as clearly as book two, because book two is what's like fresh. I mean, I read ahead, but book two is still fresh in my mind because it hurt.
Yeah, I skimmed this stuff earlier this morning, but I will say book 2 stuck a lot better than book 1.
Mm-hmm. Book one was kind of like the intro, and there's like some bippity boppity boo stuff that happens that's kind of like, who is this again? Who is that again? Book two hurt.
Book 2 was rough. Which I will say,
The fall of Troy hits hard.
I will say I did not realize how much more nuanced the story of the Trojan horse was. Because I had always just heard that they're like, and they stuck it outside, and then the Trojans were idiots, and they took it inside. But, like,
No,
they play it. They play.
There's so much more to the story that is given in this book.
Which I will say,
I also think partly because the Romans are supposed to be descended from the Trojans, they really need to make the Trojans look smarter than that. But also,
this just gives me more respect for Odysseus, because it paints him as like a much more like nuanced psychological mind games guy. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You made Odysseus look cool.
Well, when I first started this chapter, I'm like, okay, we really need to get over this horse, guys. And then I'm like, oh.
They were paranoid, rightly so. They should have burned it or threw it in the ocean.
But when they tried to, giant snakes came up from the ocean and killed a guy.
Yeah, so they made it seem like it was like cursed, and like if they'd fucked with it, then Athena would kill them all.
Like, there was so much artistry and theater craft in this.
There was, and the whole time I was reading, I was like, don't take the horse! Don't take the horse! I was like, no, it's a trap!
And it's not like it was, okay, this is one thing that gets me, is like, it's not like they immediately took the horse in. The horse sat there.
They were really sitting on it. They were really like, we don't know about this horse. It seems sketchy. It's a sketchy-ass horse.
And then when someone tried to get rid of the horse, the snakes came and ate them.
Yeah, it was 100%.
And then they're like, okay, well, that's clearly a sign from the gods. We don't want to take the horse, but obviously we gotta take the horse.
Right, like the horse is haunted. We can't get rid of it. We have to keep the haunted horse.
And then, but I'm also just thinking of like, there's a whole contingent, like there's a whole army in that horse sitting there for days.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can you imagine the smell?
Yeah, right. You would think. Not to mention, what's his name? Why is it, like, nowhere? Like, I'm like, I know you're talking. Sinon.
Mm-hmm.
Dude absolutely played them like a fiddle. He was just sitting there talking mad shit about the Greeks and how much he hates them and how bad they were to him and how mean.
Oh my gosh.
I was
True,
like,
true. Like, Actor of the Year award.
I was like, Tim, get this guy an Oscar. He's selling it. I thought he hated Odysseus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was not pulling punches.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Odysseus in the horse listening to him? Like, okay, we'll unpack that later. Or on the other end of the spectrum is Odysseus feeding him, like, you gotta say this about me. You gotta go hard. You gotta go for the heart. Like, let me give you some real dirt on me so you can really sell it. Also, we did get a name drop for the guy that built the horse, which I do love. I do love that we get the guy that built the horse. It would be a good name for a horse. If I had one.
Which is?
Apeus.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, names always flee. It doesn't help that I'm not good at remembering names.
It is so bad because there's so many A names and they all hang out together, and sometimes I'm like, who are you?
The guy that did this and the guy that did this, and unless you're Aeneas,
Yeah,
you're
and
probably
that
I'm probably not gonna remember your name.
No. But they take the horse in, like the fools they
Mhm.
are.
Also, one thing I thought was really interesting is so it's after they take it in, and it's
Mhm.
like that time of night when the first sleep, the gift of the gods begins for ill mankind. And it kind of it implies that they had segmented sleep.
Yes.
Because that was a thing. And it
Mhm.
was a thing for like hundreds of years until we had it became more regular to sleep through the night in I think more the modern era.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought that was
Yeah.
interesting.
No, it is, yeah. But yeah, so then they sneak out of their horse and they open the gates and let the rest of the army in.
But
And
so Aeneas is not in the center of the city.
no, he's like
Aeneas
up
is
on the
kind of
hill.
on his whole complex is on the outskirts of the city, kind of
Yes.
probably towards the back,
And
which is probably
it does note in my translation that there's also like it's blocked by trees. So like he doesn't like direct doesn't like he doesn't just look out his window and see the city.
no, someone came to him, like he like got notified.
Mhm.
He got notified. I think was this for the first stream?
Yes. So he's
Yeah,
like
he got notified by his not no his father's alive right now.
his dead brother Hector.
Yes.
Brother-in-law technically, but yes. So Hector shows up
Yes.
and he's like his first lines
Which,
are
by the
wasting
way,
no
Hector, by the
words.
way, I was so happy we got a Hector cameo.
Hector cameo, and I do love that he immediately gets to business. He's like, "No, we're not wasting time on words. The city's on fire. Get your family, get out." And I'm like, "You are the man." I take back everything I said about him in the Iliad. On record, take it back.
Hector's the man, guys.
I think in another life, Hector and Patroclus would have been friends, and
Actually,
that
yes.
sucks.
I
That
think they would have
sucks.
been friends.
They're both stand-up, good people, good leaders, good warriors, and I hate that is how their story went. They could have
Well,
been
even
buddies.
Priam is a really good dude, and he also gets a terrible ending.
Yeah, there is something to say about honor. I will say, I'm gonna say something about Blue Eye Samurai real quick, and it is
I've
gonna be a
never seen
spoiler.
that show.
Okay, never mind, because there is a lot of, and I think this isn't a spoiler, but there's a lot of similarities culturally in terms of honor between the ancient Romans and Greeks and Japan historically. That there is this like honor in dying in a certain way, and that they would rather take their own lives than to be dishonored in a certain way. And I just finished watching it with James, so like I was like, oh, this is actually very similar. Actually, very similar, because it also, A lot of fire. A lot of burning down
There's a lot of
cities.
fire.
A lot of burning down large cities.
Yeah, a lot of fire, a lot of burning down large cities.
Wow,
So
this is very similar, actually.
Aeneas gets up, gets his family,
Yes.
gathers basically everyone he can, and then starts to make his way through the city.
Yes.
And I thought this was a really interesting, like, because wolves in particular are used to denote doom.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this particular sentence, it's denoting like predatory wolves in fog
Yes.
and darkness when a savage hunger drives them blindly on. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, so good. And you have that consistent imagery for hundreds of years.
Yes. And
Even
that
in
is
Beowulf.
really cool. Um,
I did a whole art piece on it. That's
I
what
know
I'm
it's
like
beautiful.
geeking out about. Oh my gosh, there.
Wolves.
Oh,
Um,
and there's another line I underlined it. I underlined did
you overgeneralized.
um when the gods are contrary, they stand by no one.
That is Zeus to a T.
Anyways, absolute chaos ensues.
Yeah. Yes, and it's really sad. And we watch Achilles' son just brutalizing people essentially.
Yeah,
Which
it's
was not
problematic.
cool. And then when they were like Priam was like, "Bro, Achilles would not like this because we had a thing. Like remember how the Iliad ended? We were both very honorable and very cool and he wouldn't do this and he would disapprove and he was essentially like, "Screw my dad. I do what I want."
Mm.
I was like, "Wow, you're not a very good
Also,
son."
a lot of the description of the sacking of the city, like when they
Mhm.
enter the citadel, I'm like, wow, the imagery in this kind of reminds me of Helm's Deep
Yeah.
again.
Again. Um
Um, not that Helm's Deep. A lot of the Iliad battle scenes also kind of reminded me of Helm's Deep, like the
yeah.
singular arrow killing the guy, and
Yeah.
among other things, even down to like how the Deep was designed. It was really interesting how influence you can see that influence there
Yeah.
in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I also so there's a lot of also just shitting on Helen in this text where they're like it's her fault. She did this. She
Mhm.
we should punish her.
Yeah.
And then
Also,
uh,
like it's not like this isn't I think what's interesting also about this chapter is the way it's written is kind of all over the place, like that
mhm.
frenzied feeling of how you would feel if your city was being
Yeah, and
overtaken.
you're trying to flee and stay
And you're
safe.
trying to follow along where everything is going, but it's like we jump to one thing, we jump to the next thing. This
Yeah.
guy dies. We're in this building, and now we see Priam. Priam's at an altar
Yeah. Trying to
with his
yeah.
wife and other family members, and
Yeah.
he gets killed on the altar, which I thought
Yes.
was extremely poetic.
I was like, oh yeah, yep.
But also, he deserved better than that.
Oh, so much better. I do love the pacing of this. It was very exciting. I was like, oh, like I just kept wanting to turn the page. Um, and then okay, so Priam dies, his father-in-law. So then he goes to get his bio dad. Um, and he like is so he's like I'm done. I'm good. You go. I'm gonna like keep you. I'm gonna hold you back, and you guys won't be able to get out of here. Just leave me. And he says, "Death without burial, a small price to pay." And I'm like, for a culture that's really hung up on burials, this feels maybe more important than you're letting on.
Oh, okay. So there's also a part where um it's dealing with Helen.
Yeah.
And there is this sense of like wanting to avenge It's kind of near the Helen after, like directly after Priam's death. It goes
Yeah.
kind of into some Helen bashing for in
Yeah.
my text.
And I will say that's
And
the section
but
that
also, to
is
Aeneas's
bracketed.
credit, there is after he is like from his perspective, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see why you feel this way.
Mm.
But also to his credit, he busts out this line of no glory comes of punishing a woman. The feat can bring no honor. And so after that he leaves.
Yeah. He does, in my text it says, no fame, no memory to be won for punishing a woman. Such a victory reaps no praise. But to stamp this abomination out is as she deserves. So like he still like is like, I still don't
Okay,
like
it's
you.
not. I don't think that's not how it is in mine.
Yeah, that's what I have in mind. But
Okay.
then Aphrodite's pops in and she's like, no, 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 no. Hey, don't get all caught up in
Wait,
revenge.
Aphrodite. It's his mom.
Yeah, Venus. Yeah, his mom, Venus
Yeah,
Aphrodite.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, she busts
I'm
in.
so sorry. I don't know why I can't keep those two straight in my head when they're the same person.
Right, they are. I'm just so used to, because I did a lot of Greek and Roman myth stuff growing up, so I learned to just be like, they're the same person. Um,
They're two different names, so
yeah, they
like, but
are.
logically no.
But
His
yeah, because she's like,
so
no, 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 let's
his
not.
mom comes up and he's like, basically he after no glory comes of punishing a woman, he's still kind of like his thoughts are racing
Or he still
because
really wants to, because he's
he's like,
angry.
oh, but then his mom does stop him.
I don't like, though, this line where she's like, think, it's not this beauty Helen you should hate. Not even Paris, the man that you should blame. No, it's the gods, the ruthless gods who are tearing down the wealth of Troy. And I'm like, okay, no, we can't blame
That's
Helen.
kind of her fault
Yes, we
too.
can blame Paris. And also, yeah, we can blame the gods. But I was like, no, no, no,
Wait,
no, we can absolutely blame Paris.
question.
Yeah.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't Aphrodite the person who's like, I'll give you Helen if you
Yeah,
think I'm
yeah.
just beautiful?
She was all Team Troy, Team Paris. And now she's throwing him under the bus because Aeneid is her new boy toy. She's like, nope, this one.
It's not wait, she's not I don't think her son should be
No,
considered her.
not like that, but like he's the new pretty boy that she gets to parade around. You know, is like, this is
Well,
my
yes, that's the whole
son.
point.
I know. It's just funny that she ditched Paris so hard after being like all gung ho Team Paris, and now she's like, well, dead to me, and also dead. Like, I don't know. It's just funny. She has no
One thing I
loyalties.
do one thing I do really like about this writing though is
Mm-hmm.
pretty much you get so much nature imagery and a lot of things that just
Mm-hmm.
it's not that we didn't in the Odyssey, but
Yeah.
it feels like almost every paragraph there's a banger about how this is made from ancient ash or
Yeah. Yeah. There is.
and such. But especially in this chapter because all of this is being destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do love a lot of the imagery.
Also, okay, I'm kind of nearing the end of
Yeah.
this chapter, and I would just like to point out something really sad. So,
Yeah.
and at first I was like, seriously, dude, that's what your thoughts are going after? So Aeneas is going through the city. He's
Yeah.
gathering everyone he can to get out. Get out, save whoever he can, and
Yeah.
he gets to the meeting spot and looks back and realizes his wife isn't there with him anymore.
Yep. Yep. I've also underlined some of these lines.
And at first, I was genuinely worried he wasn't gonna go back for her because he's just like silly woman.
Like, I don't get it. Because he's like, I never set my eyes on her again. I never looked back. She never crossed my mind. I'm like, that's your wife? She never crossed your
Well,
mind while
it's
you were
not that
fleeing?
I don't really have that. I just have like, now I have to go back. Like the kind of like, oh yeah, now I have to go look for her. Dang it.
Ugh,
But then he does,
he
and he
does.
puts in the effort. Like
He
he's not leaving
does. He
without his
does.
wife.
But she
So clearly he's
dead.
still looking. But she's dead, and
She
her ghost
dead.
wastes no time in coming after him and being like, "I'm dead. You need to leave."
I'm dead. Move on. Get a new wife. Bye. Also, tell our son I love him.
I know. It was actually a really sad moment.
It
It was
was,
actually a very sad moment.
it was a very sad moment, but I hate this line where he says, lost to her friends, her son, her husband, gone forever. Raving, I blamed them all, the gods, the human race. And I'm like, what about maybe you? Could you maybe blame yourself a little bit? Probably? Probably?
No.
Maybe a little bit? Maybe a little bit? Maybe this could have been your fault a little bit? Maybe when you told her to stay behind you a distance? Why?
He didn't want her to get hurt.
He was holding the hand of his child and carrying his father on his back, and he told his wife, "Don't be next to me. I don't want to be seen with you." It was just really funny. I was like, so you never turned around to check on her the whole time you were fleeing the burning
He
city.
had other things on his mind, Theresa.
I know. It's just interesting that he seemed to keep
He's
everyone
trying
else
to
with him.
save the other. He's
I
trying to
think
save people.
I think Virgil just decided that his wife needed to die so that he could have a fling with Dido and eventually actually get a queen for Rome.
Yeah, that's not gonna be Dido.
It's not.
I don't want
It's
to.
not.
I don't want to
No.
be. I'm not. I don't want to be too spoilery for you.
No.
But it's not gonna be her.
Oh, yeah, no, I
She
know.
really is this fling.
I know how Dido. I know the story of Dido.
Okay.
I know, I know. But like I
It got
know.
spoiled for me. I
Oh.
did because as you know, I don't really know that much about the mythology, and a
Mm,
lot of what I do know, I learned from reading the Iliad and the Odyssey. And so
yeah.
I went into this not really knowing that much, and so I'm
Mm,
like, basically, it's kind of like reading a brand new book. Like I'm going
yeah.
into it blind. It was spoiled for me by a textbook that I have to read, and I'm
Oh.
like, okay,
Rough. Yeah. No, she's got a tragic end.
yep.
Her whole life is tragic. She is one of
Her whole
those.
life. She
She's.
honestly deserved so much better. Like, I don't understand why Virgil decided that she was the one for the job.
I think that this makes a lot of sense because in a lot of ancient Rome and Greek history, they just decided to throw all the women under the bus and make them all
But
the bad guy.
that's a joke. But like, why make her kind of a good person
I
in the beginning?
I because they need to justify, like, I don't know. It's weird. They have
Like,
a
if
weird
they
obsession
people
with
kind of
shitting on
uh
tragic women.
if they kind of made her a little bit more dislikable, maybe she's not, maybe it's just because we're 21st century women. This could just be because we're looking at this from the lens of
It could
we're 20
be.
we're women in the 21st century. Maybe being a good woman and, a nice person just doesn't cut it in Rome.
Yeah, yeah, no, it really doesn't. Yeah. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're just like, and then this lady, things happened to her. But then she was mean. Bad.
Anyway, I finished book two, and I was literally like, oh my gosh, like I have to get on with my day. Like I have to actually live my life after this. What the heck?
Yeah, I
It
was like,
hurt.
oh.
It hit hard.
It
It hit
did.
hard,
It did.
especially with the end of the Iliad. Like
Yeah. It just reminds you of all that, and I'm like, oh.
It just brought everything
Oh.
back fresh, and it was like, oh, too soon.
Too soon. Too soon.
2,000 years, too soon.
Too soon.
But it's good. It's so good. I'm
All
actually
right.
like I actually kind of missed reading this kind of literature.
I did too. I
It
did
felt
too.
good to be back.
It did. It did. It feels good. And we're gonna read what, 2 and 3 next? Or
Three
three
and
and
four.
four? There we go. I was like, I knew that was off. All
I am
right.
almost done with three already because I kind of need to move along with this book, so I might be
Yeah.
reading ahead. I will make sure to take notes. I apologize for not doing so this time.
Okay. We could actually probably read up through 5, actually.
Considering we probably won't meet for
Yeah.
it is in all likelihood completely unrealistic for us to meet in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Especially considering I have a lot of shit going on.
I
So
have
whenever
things
we
too.
do meet next, let's not lie and say in 2 weeks because
Yeah.
we both know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
When we do meet next, I think if we read through 5, that'll probably be great.
Okay. Sounds good.
So
2
that we
or
can
3, 4,
actually
and
like
5.
get a chunk of the book done.
Yes. That would be good. All right. That would get us almost halfway through.
Almost.
All right. Well then, any final thoughts?
No, I like I so far of the epic poems we've read.
Mhm.
I do feel like the Iliad a little more, even with the excessive description.
I will
I'm
reserve
interested to see
judgment.
if that opinion will change because so far I'm really liking the Aeneid.
The Aeneid is really fun. I
Like
think
so far I'm liking it. And so far
I'm
I
gonna,
have a very
yeah,
biased opinion.
I am gonna reserve my judgment because as much as I love the more whimsical nature of Homer's writing, I do love the pacing of Virgil more.
Well, I also think the pacing in not the pacing without losing that very lyrical, poetic nature
Yeah,
of the prose.
it's still very much an epic poem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you don't have to be long-winded to be good. Like I always tell my students, like I don't grade off of because I was asking for a page number or a word count. I'm like, length doesn't matter. It's if you've got the proper content and it makes sense and it's well written. So like I
Mm-hmm.
like you don't have to be overly flowery and like uh you know
Oh my gosh,
long-winded to
I
be
had a
good.
professor though in my undergrad that like our papers were only 2-page max limit.
Oh,
So
so you
like
had
you
more
had
fun.
to shove like an entire unit of opinion and context into 2 pages. So you had to be concise.
Oh my
And
god.
it was so much harder than writing like a 5-page paper.
Makes sense. All right. Well, then, next time we'll read books 3, 4, and 5. Until
Yes,
then,
maybe okay, 45 minutes clearly doesn't work for us.
we can do it next time. We just have to actually put the notes down. Actually do notes.
Actually do notes.
Actually do
Okay.
notes. All
We'll
right.
see. We'll see if this actually works.
We'll see. Well, until next
Peace
time,
out.
happy reading. Bye.
Bye.